Sam.
What?
Paint me like one of your French girls. Titanic.
Is that what it was? Titanic?
Yeah. Anyways,
confession, I never watched it.
My mom made me watch the 3D version when it came out in theaters for like a weekend. The only thing I loved was at the end where the boat's falling over. The dude falls down from the top of the boat and he hits everything on the way down. That was funny in 3D.
Oh, hey there, little cutie.
Oh, he's adorable. So, I saw something on Twitter right now. You want to know what it was, Sam?
What?
For all of October, I guess, Apple... Whoa, hi!
There's multiples.
But Applebee's is selling margaritas for $1.
Uh-huh.
That's terrible.
Why is that terrible?
Because I wonder what's in them, if there's any alcohol at all. Because margaritas, like, when restaurants make them, it's like... at least 60% water, like 40% flavoring, like the other 10% ice, and the rest of math, fucking alcohol.
Okay.
So there's like no alcohol in it.
That's great.
So it's kind of a waste, but I mean, $1 for margarita. I mean, you're with your girlfriends and you need a fixin'. You know what I mean? That ain't too bad, right? But anyway, so I don't like margaritas. Have you had a margarita?
No, I'm not into the whole frou-frou-y drinks.
Yeah.
If I have a drink at all, I don't really drink anymore. Like,
yeah,
I can't say that I don't drink. Period.
It's like a beer.
Yeah, beer here and there at like your place when we're filming, or the few instances. What I think we did 2 series where I just randomly decided this is going to be a Sam's drinking series.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. That's as fucked up as I get these days.
So I've been watching this YouTube channel called The Modern Rogue, and they have a bartender come up and do fancy drinks, like classy fancy drinks, and they look good. I actually kind of want to try to make one.
Stop surrounding me, you little shits.
Well, first, I had my dad watch one episode. He thought it was all right because he's a bartender.
Right.
But that'd be cool to learn, just randomly how to make like really fancy drinks no one really knows, but like are not ridiculous. Like they need like an umbrella in the cup. You know what I mean? Like something like fancy, like say like. What do they call it? Like I'm probably gonna butcher this, but it's like a gentleman's classic or something like that. And it's like whiskey with like a very light touch of orange juice, and that's it. You know, some sounds amazing like that, but not like over the top with like 40 ingredients, and then like, oh, this is cane sugar from like the Himalayas. You know, something ridiculous like that. Just straight up.
I did not know a hologram was in this game.
What?
Yeah, dude, that's chainsaw.
Yeah, I just saw it right now, but you got a hologram?
That's a grenade.
Yep, and that was some HP.
I don't know how to switch to it, but yeah, there's a hologram pickup that I just got.
Anyways, yeah, so I kind of ordered some fancy drinks. What about you?
You actually want to order some fancy drinks?
No, make them like classic fancy drinks, not like I was saying, like 40 ingredient drinks, you know. But yeah, what do you think? Ooh, gambling.
The whole point of this mission is follow this hologram.
In your key card, you will need to find
Give me that.
Hey, it's Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah, totally.
The fucking weird dude with the claw and the mask, right? The only one that jumps like freaking. Yeah. But
Oh, not more of you fucks. Come on. Come on. Ah!
So, what kind of alcohol would you try? Like, say, like actual hard alcohol, but like maybe
Jack Daniels.
Like, no, like newer ones. Like, I want to try bourbon. I think I've had it once, but I don't remember it.
Fucking pissy. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. And where's your little fucking cockless mouth? Come here! Put that in your fucking mouth and suck it.
So...
Sorry, I'm concentrating. I know the question. I need to answer.
Like, what kind of alcohol would you try, but you've, like, not really tried a lot? Or at least had a lot of. Like, me, bourbon. I've had it, I think, maybe once or twice, but I don't remember, to be honest.
Bourbon, a little more experience with rum.
Ooh, rum's good.
Because the only thing I've ever had is Captain Morgan, I think. Actually, scratch that. I think I've had, like, Kraken at one of the Halloween parties that we go to, but, Is that rum? Is
Yeah.
Kraken rum? That's what.
That's actually a really good one. It's like,
So usually, if someone has rum or I have rum, it's Captain Morgan, and I've grown quite tired of it actually.
Yeah, I don't like Captain Morgan that much. I mean, it's alright, it'll get me by, like when I was drinking.
Captain Morgan's like the main reason why I don't really drink anymore.
Yeah.
Like as hard as I used to, because that was the goal. I figured that once I hit the point where like I was working the week only to get to Fridays to get fucked up, is when I figured I should stop drinking.
Yeah, that's a good.
I mean, you've seen me on those Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, that's true.
Ooh, hey.
I like moonshine, I just hate that it's so pricey.
Dude,
The one I get.
after that 4th of July,
Yeah.
you are so lucky you're not dead right now. Honestly.
Sorry. But, yeah.
Is this really the way I was supposed to go? Yeah, it is.
No, you should have seen me when me and Omar, my
Your
uncle, yeah, my uncle, shared Jägermeister and then I think it was tequila. Fuck, we split a bottle of Jägermeister, just me and him. And then after that bottle was done, we did like 2 shots of tequila. Because we were stupid, and I worked the next day. That was great.
I think I remember that. You're like, yep.
Yeah,
I
like
need a
that
puke.
happened.
You worked the whole day, didn't you?
Most of it, actually. And then my the owner was like, you can go home, Jose. He's like, you don't look good. I'm like, thank you. Get home.
Did he know that you were hungover?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, I walked into work. And then my 2 coworkers were like, hey, Jose, how you doing? Like, as always, and I'm always like, leave me alone, I'm tired, right? But that day, I was like, hungover. I was stupid. I'm gonna go to
just
work.
let everybody
yeah.
know.
I'm like, I'm hungover. I'm sorry. I don't do this. I'm gonna work. So I got my shit done. And then the owner, like, I think it was like an extra hour or 2 before I got off work. They're like it was slow, so probably, thank God. But they were like, you can go home, Jose. Like, you're good. I'm like, thank you. Went home, and then Omar's just holding his stomach, and he's out with his wife and kid, like in the front yard, because like we were passing by, whatever. And he's like, I'm like, hey, I'm like, where are you going? You don't look so good, because he was throwing up like when we were going to bed, and I only threw up once in the morning. That was it. Not at work, but you know, in the morning. But
fucking hate these things. Yeah, I'm listening.
But it was funny because we were passing each other in the driveway.
Wait a minute.
And then I'm like, hey, how you feeling? He's like, not so good, Josecito. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And like, yeah, I'm gonna probably go take a nap. I'm like, where are you guys going? He's like, well, he's like, Estrella, his wife. He's like, Estrella wants to go to the buffet. I'm like, and you're hungover worse than me? You're hungover worse than me, you're going to a buffet. Don't do that. But he did anyways, and I guess when he came back, I was still asleep, and I woke up the next day. Because I was like, that fucking sucked. And then the next day, we actually talked briefly, and I'm like, yeah, how was at the buffet? And he's like, I had 1 Coke at the buffet. I was like, that's hilarious.
Okay, I know your uncle eats like a fucking bottomless pit. He had 1 freaking Coke and that was it.
Yeah, I think he said a Coke and maybe a couple pieces of sushi, but I think he said only a Coke, if I remember correctly. But I'm like, wow, that's funny, because that motherfucker can eat. When I used to eat a lot, he would still out-eat me. I've only out-eaten him once when I used to eat a lot. So yeah, this guy eats a lot, but it was really funny. He's just like,
no,
I have one.
Don't you run from me! Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Just like, hey, another rave. But, whoa!
Yeah, one of them had a propane tank in the stomach.
That was awesome.
So those ones, sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
just real quick, I read up the bio on those, and these low-level wandering zombie-looking dudes, they're just people that got converted when the thing came through, the Lazarus wave, they call it. Just when hell originally invaded. So some of them, the ones with propane tanks, are guys that were actually like welders,
Yeah.
and they just, when the Lazarus wave came through, it fused the propane tank to their bodies, and they kind of got stuck with it.
Hey, Halo?
Bang. Anyways, you were saying?
No, that was it. It was just really funny. He eats a lot, but freaking Coke. So that was really funny. So that was the second time I've ever been hungover, and probably the last time. Because
The first time you were hungover was hilarious, though.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on the show already.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure of it. If not, we'll bring it up later. But 4th of July, Drank most of a bottle of moonshine. Threw up the next day.
You chugged it.
Chugged, I'm sorry. Chugged. But that was... How long ago was that?
It was like 3 years ago.
Really?
I think.
Oh yeah, Doug. Yeah. So yeah, 3 years. It seems so much longer.
Maybe 2. You were living at your old house in Graham.
So yeah, 3. About. Damn.
It's the only time you've ever actually kicked me out.
You're like...
And it wasn't like I was even in the house in the first place. You're just like, go home. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Slam the door.
Went up to my room, slept. And then, I remember my dad made a albondigas, which is my favorite fucking Mexican thing. But it's a meatball soup with like giant chunks of potato and carrots.
Oh yeah.
In a giant broth. Oh, it was amazing. But yeah, I had that like hours later and I was fine.
I have no ammo for this guy.
So I think I won't be. He was like an exorcist. I was like, and it coated the fucking toilet. I was like, ugh.
That's why I don't drink Fireball anymore. That's the exact reason why I do not touch Fireball.
I just hate it because it tastes like. Have you had cinnamon Listerine?
No.
That's exactly what it tastes like, except you drink it. Because Listerine is mouthwash, it'll kill you. But you know what I mean? It tastes exactly the same, and I don't like it. And it's weak, in my opinion. When I was drinking it, I'm like, okay. Got anything stronger? They're like, no.
That way.
Yeah, Fireball has like a weird reputation, you know? Either people really love it, they're like, it's a party drink, or they're like, it's piss. Like me. Like I don't like it.
Oh, fuck, that's propane, dude. That's propane.
I know you don't drink.
To go? Oh, never mind, he blew himself up.
I know you don't like Fireball, but, or don't drink anymore, but what do you think when you first started drinking it?
Fireball?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. I don't hate it. It's just the one time I overdrank with it and threw it up. It one stung.
Yeah.
And 2, it looked like I was puking up like pieces of my stomach because it was coming up in like little slivers, little black slivers, not chunks. Yeah.
That's weird. But yeah, that's really weird.
Black and red, really, actually. So it was like, fuck, am I like, is this making me internally bleed or something?
That's gross.
So,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was weird. The Jaeger, though, was like solid black, though. It was weird. It was like a movie.
I'm missing secrets. I remember this. So, just throwing this out there to the audience, I watched, along with like practicing and playing this, I watched Markiplier's entire playthrough of this game. So that's how I know like kind of general area of some of these secrets and shit. Ooh, hey, ammo. And I'm pretty sure there was one around here if I remember right. Right? Or not. Oh, I missed him. Shit, I don't know how to get up to him. But whatever. Anyways. What were we talking about?
Alcohol, Fireball, throwing up, it was black.
Oh yeah, Fireball. That's why I don't drink it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jaeger, I hate Jägermeister. I hate licorice. And I drank it only because my uncle's like, hey, I was like, come on.
I actually hate licorice myself, also. But I love Jaeger. I don't know why.
Really?
That's
weird, but yeah.
It's a rare thing that I drink every great one. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Fuck one Chris. Having their little thing, and they invited us over for just 3 and. But Mom and I, or Dad and I ended up carrying Mom home. But yeah, that was one of the reasons was because of fucking Jaeger. It's mostly because I had like maybe 10 beers that night myself.
Okay.
But yeah, there 2 or 3 shots of Jaeger on top of it. But the funny thing was, is like after we got Mom home, she was fine, which is weird. And then she made steaks, and that was the best steak she's ever made, if I remember right. Of course, I was drunk too, so.
Yeah. Huh. Let's see. Yeah, but going back to learning how to make certain drinks, Like, just imagine having a cigar out in my backyard with a nice little glass of whatever with whiskey and whatever. And then my pipe tobacco with my corncob pipe or cigar, whatever. That'd be amazing.
That is one. Okay, so it sucks you have to go home tonight, but if you didn't, I would get us some. I still have some Jack Daniels, but some Crown Royal and some Coke.
Ooh, yeah.
You know the band Pantera, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they had a reputation for being like the biggest alcoholics of that era of metal in the 90s, and yeah, Dimebag Darrell especially, but they had a mixed drink they called the Blacktooth Grin, which was how's it go? Double shot, I think, of Jack Daniels, dump it in the glass. Double shot of Crown Royal, dump it in the glass. And this is like a full size like glass. Mm-hmm. Maybe not full size, but either way. Anyway, so double shots of those two with just enough Coke in it to make the whole drink black. Mm. And that's a Blacktooth Grin. Oh, there's that pinky. But yeah, I've always wanted to try one. I never have. I've had.
Should try that. Sounds good.
I might actually have that wrong. I think I have it wrong.
I can look it up.
I do have it wrong. It's Crown Royal and Seagram 7.
Oh yeah.
I think Jack Daniels and Crown Royal was like just a special one Dimebag made for another artist or something like that at one concert.
Oh wow, that's the first one that comes up.
Access granted.
Yay!
Yeah. What's that? Pulling it up right now.
Yeah,
It's on munchies.com.
Oh. Well, hey, we're back here.
Ooh, that does look dope. Let's see. Yep. Double shot of Seagram 7, double shot of Crown Royal, toss over ice, or not, and splash just some Coke, go to darkened hue. Yep, you got it exactly right.
I memorized it.
That sounds dope.
Is this where I go? Yes, it is. Yeah, I've always wanted to try it, never have, and don't know if I ever will, because I don't really drink too hard anymore. I save it to special occasion. It's usually whenever you can drive me home from wherever we're at.
Yeah.
Die. Die. Die.
Should probably clear this room out maybe next time.
Yeah. Just kind of letting this episode go long, because I don't know.
That's what we're talking about alcohol.
Yeah, and I'm not even done, dude.
Oh.
I got so many drinking stories, it's not even funny.
Oh,
in fact,
God.
it really isn't that funny.
Oh, God.
Well, we'll see. We'll let the audience decide on that one.
Yeah.
Come on. Is that it?
Spoiler alert, it's not.
Well, you were there for some of them.
Yeah.
Let me in! So, this is the end of the level, too, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The UAC's Advanced Research
Sweet.
Complex will be our final destination.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next time on Cartridge Reloaded.
I'm hungry as fuck.